Yeah. So,
on the
well,
cuff.
Pez cheated. Pez cheated. He got the hit or miss questions ahead of time. I
Oh,
tried to
love it.
hide it from him, but he refused. So,
You.
Craig, this is generally for you primarily anyway, as the guest. You have the floor unless Pez really feels like he needs to rebut your statement. So, Craig, hit or miss?
Oh, that's a tough one you've opened up
Jonathan
with.
Taylor will be traded this year. Well, I
You've
say
opened
he'll not be traded. Taylor will not be traded this year. What do you think, Craig?
you've opened up with a real tough one, I've got to say. Now, we drafted our home league last night, Thursday night, Thursday night we drafted our home league just before the game. That's how we always draft our home league. And Jonathan Taylor was still sitting there in the sixth round. The sixth round, one of the best running backs in the game.
Yeah.
So I couldn't
I
do
have him on so
anything
many
but
teams.
take him.
Yeah.
So I took him in my home league. The home league is the most important one to me, aside from the OrkneyBowl. Do I think he will be traded? I don't think he'll be traded. I think the Indianapolis owner is more of an idiot than he should be. I think the running back position is in the sense of there's too many good ones out there and they don't have the hold of it. It's a bit like the tight end position in the early 90s, The tight ends were getting paid nada and the wide receivers were getting paid all the money. The tight ends threw their toys out the pram and now all of a sudden tight ends are getting all the money. And we're there with running backs now where none of them are worth anything.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to sorry to cut you off, Greg. I want to get to the next one real quick. Let's go to our next question.
I don't think he'll be traded this year. I think he'll stay at the Colts.
So I think that that is a hit. Oh, this one might cause some controversy, and maybe a few owners might be clenching their ass cheeks right now. Bijan will not rush for 1,000 yards this season. Hit or miss, Greg?
I'm in. I don't think he will. I think Algier is a very good, very capable running back as well. I think he's going to have a wee bit of a season. And you've got Cordell Patterson there as well. So I think Bijan will have a good year. But you're specifically saying rush there. I'm saying he won't rush for 1,000 yards. I think he'll get 1,000 yards. I just don't think he'll rush for them. I think he'll get a lot of them through the air.
So there you go. Craig says that's a hit. All right, the next one. Let's see what the next hit or miss is. Oh, this one's for you, Pez. The Cowboys will have less wins than the Seahawks.
That's a hit.
Craig,
I don't like Mike McCarthy, and I've done the Brian Schottenheimer experience. Good luck. Good luck, Kelly, this season. I don't know what's going to happen to your team.
Yeah, I feel the Cowboys could have one of those 5 and 12 seasons. I really do. They're just waiting I'm just waiting for it. It always happens.
Implode.
Yeah, it always happens when the expectations are the highest. It's when the Cowboys play the worst. It's been true for the last 27 years. Craig, what do you think?
I don't hate what the Cowboys are doing. I really don't. The thing I hate about the Cowboys is Mick McCarthy. I'm sorry. I know he took us to Super Bowl and that, and I love Mick McCarthy for taking us to Super Bowl. But he should have taken us to more than one. And we should have at least been in more Super Bowl games than more than one. If we'd have lost 3 Super Bowls, I would accept that. But I'm not a Mick McCarthy fan. I think the Cowboys are fine. I think they've got a good squad. I don't think that Dak Prescott's the quarterback everybody thinks he is, but I think he's got a lot of good targets. I think they've got a good backfield. But yeah, I think the Seahawks are going to be sneaky good this year to the point where I have Seahawks as my.
All right, we got to wait for our playoff predictions. Well, hey, wait. We're building excitement. We're building excitement. All right, so.
It's a mess. It's a hat. It's a hat. The Cowboys will have less.
So, Craig, at least one if not more, of these teams will go from last to first in their division. The Broncos, Jets, Commanders, Browns, Cardinals, Texans, Falcons, or the Bears?
I hate it. I absolutely hate the question. I mean, the Jets are the obvious standout, but I still think the Bills are the Bills and Allen is Allen, and I still think the Buffalo Bills will win that division. That's not to say that I don't think the Jets might not go all the way. I just really hope they don't. But my big one here is the Bears, to be honest with you. The Bears have done a whole lot of good things. They have, I think Fields is a proper quarterback. And I think he has got some genuine weapons now. I really like Rashad Johnson coming in at running back. And I know that Herbert will be the man, but I think he will take over towards the end of the season. And yeah, so Jets are the Bears here, but the Jets would be the ones I would say. Because I think the Lions will win our league, our division.
That's what do you think?
So Jets for me. But I do think the Bills will win it. But out of all of those ones, I think the Jets have got the best chance of jumping back and winning the division.
So Greg is going to the Jets. Pez, what do you think? Any of these teams tickle your fancy?
Yeah, the Jets are the standout. The Broncos could surprise. The Falcons could surprise. With Arthur Smith, he's got quite a few little. He's an arsehole for fantasy, but to actually win football games, and that division's quite wide open. Even though I think the Saints will win it, I could see the Falcons being in on it. The Bears, though, Craig. The Bears, though, Craig, I totally disagree. Like, in your own division, I think Jordan Love is massively overlooked, and people are going to be very surprised with what he ends up doing to the Bears this weekend.
I'm trying to be very magnanimous about it, Pez. I'm trying to be very, but I do think Love is going to be good.
The Bears don't have an all-round good team. They've added a few little pieces, but they don't have like Khalil Mack on the defense when the defense was stout, but the offense was crap. They're still in no man's land for me. They're just still in no man's land.
I am not an Aaron Rodgers fan. I respect him as a football player. I just see around week 8, week 9, that team having chemistry problems. I don't know. It could just be me. All right. So I think we have one more question. Craig, you might like this question. The Packers will have more wins than the Jets.
That's a hard
or miss.
That's a hard one. That is hard. I genuinely, I mean, you speak with your heart, not your head, don't you? If Aaron Rodgers was to go and win a Super Bowl with the Jets, I would be absolutely gutted. I'm not going to lie. The same as when Favre bogged off to the Jets, and then he went to the Vikings, especially. That was really bad. But if he'd have won another Super Bowl with them and not us, I would have been very upset he didn't. And I think that Rodgers is not going to win another Super Bowl without us because he is a bottler in the playoffs, let's face it. So I'm going to go with the Packers. I think we're going to be better than people think we are going to be. I think we will make the playoffs.
Yeah, Packers could be a surprise team. It was really tough to choose my last playoff team.
That's a hit for me. Yeah. I'm going to take the hit, which is against a whole lot of people are betting the Jets to win the Super Bowl. I don't think the Packers will win the Super Bowl, but I think we'll win more games in regular season than the Jets will.
All right, so Johnny, we can go to your next segment. Whatever you have there is fine. We can finish up the other segments with Craig later as far as the lock of the week, underdog of the week, and the Sunday night game prediction we'll do last. And, of course, we also have our fantasy performer of the week that Craig will choose. So we'll get into that later. We'll go ahead and transition to the NFL playoff prediction.